Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The programming team wasn't that large. There were, there were various people involved at different points, but I would say there were probably four of us who were had the most involvement. Uh, Farida had actually been a student of mine at Smith, so that was a real treat to get to work with her. Neilani, I hadn't worked with before, but she was also a Smith student. And then she also recruited her father, who was a professional software engineer, who also contributed and commented on our code. So that was good. So we had occasional group Zoom meetings to talk about things and work stuff out. We also sent emails back and forth. And finally, we used GitHub as a platform. So the code itself lived on GitHub, and we used some of the tools available there. So GitHub allows you to have multiple branches. So we had a main branch, and then if someone wanted to work on something, they would create their own branch and make some improvements or changes there, and then show them to everyone else. And so there's a mechanism where you can say, I'd like to put this into the main code. And so everyone else can take a look at it. There's a comment period, and maybe you make some more changes, or maybe you decide it's good. But anyway, when everyone's sort of in agreement that it's ready, then that gets pushed back to the main branch. So it was a combination of all of those tools, and sometimes the Zoom would be, not all of us. Like when I was first coming up to speed on the code, Frida was, walked me through various things to help me figure out what was going on. When we were working on some other parts, I would Zoom would interact with Neilani or with her father. For one or two other pieces, we brought in Devin helped us with the PID controller because he had experience in tuning that. So we did a Zoom with him on that and tuning up those parameters. So it varied depending on what stage we were on, but the basic framework was we had GitHub to organize the code, and then we had Zoom and email communications of various sorts to kind of talk about what we were doing.